I'm going to try this. I don't know if I can do it, but I want to process the therapy that I had instead of pushing it away. Um, and my therapist said that I should think about what we talked about. And when she said that, I was like, yeah, I should. So Lydia has been um, journaling, and she never has before. And she's been doing it to sort through her thoughts. And I've always asked her to journal, or yes, that was missed the mind. I've suggested for her to journal, and she's always resisted that. And I used to journal when I was young, right? But this kind of journaling would be different. This would be analyzing yourself in a different way rather than just reporting your daily life. Like, to me, that's what journaling is. My current journal is just about the things I have to do. Like, I really don't reflect in it. I don't do any of that kind of journaling. So I need to with my therapy. We're getting ready to do, I don't know if it's EDMR therapy, but I'm getting ready to do that with my therapist. And that is, I think it's using light therapy to process old emotions that are attached to trauma. So this would be going back through my life and basically teaching myself to let things go so that when I have memories of traumatic experiences, that emotion won't be tied to it, so that maybe I'll have more control over myself. That would help with, everything I'm struggling with. So in the session today, oh yeah, this is January 17th, January 18th, 2024. I've been seeing Rita for probably almost a year, but we had times where she canceled, or my Medicaid wasn't active, so I had to miss, and then she like quit her job and moved to a different facility, but let me know, so I followed her, which is fine. I really like Rita. I just hope that she can be reliable for me, because like she had a medical emergency to last week, no, on the 11th, where I came to show up for my appointment, and she was taken out by squad because of low blood pressure. But I mean, that's obviously out of her control. So that concerns me greatly, because I really, for one, I care about her, but for two, it's really nice to have a therapist that I feel like I'm actually working. Like, I'm actually digging into things that I haven't thought about for so long. Like, I've pushed away so much because I just didn't know how to handle it, and I didn't want to handle it, and I was scared to. So um I don't know, it's hard. Oh, shut up. Sorry. Body positivity. I'm just tired of holding the phone. Oh my god. So I took a gummy. So yeah, this is me. Anyway, we talked about me finding a job, because I haven't worked since March of 2023. I think that's when I quit. Or I got fired. I'm still bitter about it. Yeah. So anyway, and so we talked about, if I did find a job, even just something small, that it would be good for me and it would be positive. Uh, and I was just like, in the middle of this, when she said this, I was like a mess. I was crying and slobbery, and I was just like, yeah, let's go find a job when you look like this, because this is what we're dealing with. But she was able to help me think about who I was when I was at work. And she asked me, what was I like? And I just went into it. You know, I said all the things that, I felt when I was at work. And I just started crying differently because I realized I miss me. I miss me. I can say I miss me. Like, oh, I miss me. Like, in June of last year, I was working out and I was feeling better and stuff. And that's what I miss. But I literally miss me at work too. Like, I hated my job because of the stress of it and the childish games that went on and all of that. Like, the narcissistic personality of my boss. Like, it was terrible. But I miss being that person. And that person to me was someone who was happy. I sang a lot. I hummed a lot. I would dance around. I would make people laugh and have a good time. I cracked jokes. I just kind of had fun. I had fun with myself in my own brain, but I had fun with my friends. And even though we weren't super close friends, it's not like we hung out and stuff. I had a great time. And I miss that. And I realized that today. I miss that. So she's not wrong. Now starting a new job somewhere is going to be hard in other ways. And I don't know. But it's something to look forward to. I have nothing to look forward to right now, honestly, besides the things that I am sick of thinking about. So I need to change. I need something to change. We talked about the fear I had of going to work during the bad times with Lydia and Sam, because at any time I could get a phone call saying, Lydia had cut herself. They got into a violent fight, anything like that. Lydia was suicidal, freaking out. And, in talking about it, I realized Lydia's not at that point anymore. She's 19 now. She has tools in her tool belt, as they like to say, but she knows what to do when she gets upset now. She knows how to calm herself within reason, and that if I go to work, the world is not going to end. She's not going to kill herself. And that stressful time is over, and I don't have to be hypervigilant anymore, and I don't have to be like constantly worried about it. She hasn't had medication in probably 4 weeks. So I'm hoping whatever was in her system with the last one, I hope her levels are really working out for her. She has an appointment this week with her psychiatrist, a follow-up to not taking medicine, and they're going to discuss any other medicine. But Lydia has taken so many different kinds of medicine and had so many different bad reactions that she is so limited. And we did a GeneSight test. I don't know if anyone's heard of that, but it's extremely important. And I would recommend it for any parent or any person that is going to be going onto a medication. They take a swab inside your cheeks and send it away to a lab, and that lab analyzes your DNA, and it checks for certain genes that interact with certain medications, and specifically psychiatry medications and antidepressants and mood stabilizers. Excuse me. That happens when I drink my macchiatos. And I just had one. So, yeah. Lactose intolerant. Yeah, but I love coffee. Anyway, so what was I saying? Yeah, so we did the GeneSight thing, and then she was recommended 2 drugs that could be compatible with her out of all of them. And the nurse practitioner, Wendy, said, I've never had this happen, so let's try this one, And Lydia did okay for a couple weeks on it, but I think it was by week 3 she started having bad nightmares, and she thought it was just working through trauma, but it was, really bad ones about her father, and really, really affecting her whole day, right? And then I think her appetite really went down to nothing, So she already has an eating disorder of bulimia and anorexia. So we have to watch with medicine because if it suppresses her appetite, I mean, this has happened before with another drug, I think 2 of them, where her previous psychiatrist took her off of it for that reason, you know. But so that started happening, and then she had a night of violence, and you know, we instantly stopped it. We stopped the drug and then reported it to the doctor, and then, you know, went through that whole process. I think that they thought, you know, it was fake, because when we went in there, Wendy said, "You weren't even on that high of a dose," or tried to do those things. You weren't even on that high of a dose, so you really think it was the medicine. So it was kind of that disbelieving tone that we've come across, you know. But she has the GeneSight test, like she sees, you know, literal scientific proof or probability, I guess. Like it's still kind of a new technology, you know. Not a lot of doctors really know about it, so as a parent or as a person, you can research that yourself and find a provider that will do this. It's very worth it. So I need to get into Foundations myself, which is the same clinic that Lydia goes to be evaluated for my possible bipolar disorder. I mean, I know that's what my doctor thinks. I know that's what my therapist thinks. You know, so if so, there could be a better medication out there for me to help me manage those symptoms so that I can get my life back on track and stay on track. Because basically, I'm struggling with the things I have to do, my responsibilities, and I'm a grown up, right? I'm a parent. I have 2 kids. I have a bonus kid that lives with me. I have 4 cats and a dog. I have a home, like I'm a homeowner, so I have the upkeep of that home and everything that goes with it, and I don't have a job right now. So, like, I'm teetering on the edge of, you know, losing everything. And in processing this trauma, and in processing and owning up to everything that I've done as a parent to my own children, like, it is hard to be strong and to say, yeah, I'm still going to go with this. Like, I'm still on the right path. I'm still doing everything that I'm supposed to be doing. I'm righteous. Like, I've lost that righteous feeling, and I don't know where or when it stopped in my head. But at the start of this separation from my family last year and the separation from my job, I felt so empowered. I felt so righteous. I felt so heard in my life. I felt so validated and so determined to change myself. I'm sorry, I'm like yelling. I guess I'm feeling passionate, but like, I felt such a strong sense of who I wanted to be and who I was. And I finally felt seen, heard, accepted, and loved. And then, like, it's just gone. It's just gone. And now I feel like shit. I feel like a piece of fucking shit. And I feel like if anyone knew my story and how I raised my kids and how I acted to them and the abuse that I did, they would just, they would want to kill me. They would want to punish me and make me hurt. Like, what do I do? What do I deserve any chances for? Why? I wouldn't give anyone a chance. You know? So I cried about that today. Big time cried. And that's the shame of it. That's the shame of who I am and what I became and what I did. So it's a shame of what I did, not who I am. Because that's not who I am. I'm not an abusive person. I'm not a hateful person. I'm not someone who has no love. I love very much with my heart. I have a lot of love and compassion for everybody and everything around me. And that has been a weakness to me because people hurt you. Like, when people see that, they can take advantage of you. And I was taken advantage of. a very long time ago. And I never healed from it. I never healed from it. I just ran from it. I distanced myself from it. I made it to be like, that's not me. That's not who I am. I will always protect my kids from something like that. And then I just slowly forgot all of my convictions. You know, I always said I would never act like my mom. I would never treat my kids like shit. And why am I in my 5-year-old's face yelling at her? Why? Why am I telling my kids I don't want to be a mom and that I wish I lived in a box somewhere where I didn't have to see them? Why would I say that to my kids? Is that what I witnessed when I was growing up? Is that what was put into me about what kids really were? They were just burdens. They were just annoyances. They were just things that you had to clean up after constantly because they're just so fucking annoying. Like, that's what I hear. And when you add pressure to that, the pressure of the world, the pressure of work, the pressure of bills, the pressure of your ex, the pressure of your mom, the pressure of everybody, and you just blow up. You just blow up. And you blow up on the thing that's closest to you. And when you're a mom, what's the closest thing to you but your child? They're always around you. They're supposed to be. They're supposed to feel love and care. Not that. They're not supposed to get that rage. That rage is for somebody else. That rage is not for them. And you forgot that, Amanda. And now you can't forgive yourself because you feel like if you do forgive yourself, like that's the most selfish thing in the world. Because how could you? How could you? It's just like this loop. So I guess I have to figure out how to forgive myself. And in doing that, I can't focus on the people that I hurt. So I can't focus on Lydia and Sam and their progress because I have to focus on myself. And there's nothing wrong with me doing that. There's nothing wrong with me taking care of myself because how could I ever hope to take care of anyone else if I'm, completely destroyed? If I'm a wreck, I can't take care of anyone like that. But somehow in my mind, it's just twisted. And it's twisted so far that I don't deserve that. I don't even deserve to take care of myself. And when did that happen? Like, that's is just driving me nuts. And why did it happen? And Rita said, I'm really lonely. And that because I feel lonely, I'm scared. Because the last time I felt lonely, I reached out to John and I reconnected with him and had this whole secret thing going on with him because I was lonely, because I needed some kind of happiness. And he saw that and he made a safe place for me. So he said, a place where I could go and decompress. A place where I could be accepted and get away from all these crazy kids. And he poked at me. My armor. He called my bluff. And he got through. He fucking got through. And I snuck away to see him once. And I felt so amazing. I felt so loved. I felt so cared for. I even told him, I remember telling him, oh my God, I remember loving you, John. I remember how it feels to love you. As I was laying beside him. And I felt that emotion. And I haven't felt that love for him since I was 23. Lydia wasn't even born. Like, she would have been conceived. I could have been carrying her. And I don't know Love is so stupid because I've heard that love is a choice. I've heard that love is a choice and it's not just something that happens. And I think I agree with that. But why did it take me till now to even see that? Like, I always thought love just happened. You know, you just fell in love. You got butterflies in your stomach and that was it. That was it. That's what I thought love was. And that's when you meet somebody and you connect with them. That's great. You can connect with them, but it cannot be love that fast. Even if they try to tell you that, which they do. And I found many men who do that. And that's exactly what I liked. I wanted to be whisked off my feet. I wanted to be paid attention to. I wanted to be seen and heard and cherished and just held up so high by somebody. Because that's what I thought it was. So I would just give my heart to anybody that showed interest. And that's so, so damaging. And Sammy is on that same path. She has given her heart each and every time to every boy that she talks to because she wants someone to save her. She wants someone to show her what real love is. And I did that to her. Like, I gave her that. This world is cruel. Life is cruel. I'm sorry, Samara. I'm so sorry. I just have to keep on because there's nothing else I can do. I have to be strong for them. I have to show them how to get help, how to be self-sufficient, how to make something of your life. Like how to take care of stressful situations the right way. And I've just been getting through. Eking by. Barely doing what I need to do. Because I'm so overwhelmed. Like I feel so alone and my conviction is gone. I need to find it again. That passion. That anger. I know that's what got me through was the anger. I was so mad. I was mad at work. I was mad at my mom. I was mad at John. I was mad at myself. But myself wasn't that, like, it was more like, yeah, well, if you're mad, then you got to do something. And I actually listened to that voice. I actually, instead of me saying, no, we'll just deal with it later. No, you're tired. Just don't. I actually listened to the voice and I pushed through and I got some big shit done last year. I really did. But I got to this point where I just said, okay, that's enough. Like, that's all I have. That's all I have. And that's wrong. And I said today, I keep thinking someone's going to come and save me. Somebody's going to come and save me. And the truth is, nobody is. And still part of my head says, yes, there is. Do I miss my mom? Do I miss my sister, Rachel? I don't know. Rachel was constantly judging me and thinking that I had so much better than her because of my relationship with mom and my dad and my kids and my parents' relationship, She was always jealous and saying it and talking about it. Mom loves your kids more than mine. Like, who says that? So fucking stupid. Her alcoholic tendencies literally drove me insane. To see her waste away to that. It broke my heart. So she has her own shit to deal with, and I can't deal with it for her. So no, I don't miss that. And mom, do I miss mom? No, I don't. I don't miss her. Because I know even if she saw me, now, if I just drove by her, if I just walked up to her house, rang the doorbell, she would have defense. She would have her mask on. She would roll her eyes at me. She would sigh or do some slight little movement with her head where I would see that she really hated me. That she wanted some kind of excuse. Some kind of reason why I haven't seen her for over a year. And I don't miss that. And I don't want to see that. Because I hate that fucking disappointment in her face. I'm a disappointment to her. And she can butter me up as much as she wants. And she can tell me how proud she is of me being a single mom and this and this and this. But she's not. She thinks I'm a disappointment. She doesn't get joy from me. She doesn't love me for who I am. She just wants me to be enough. She wants me to be a good mom. She wants me to be a good housekeeper. She wants me to get a good job. She wants me to... there's a bird. She wants me to be the perfect mom, even though she doesn't know what the perfect mom is. She wants me to cater to everybody else but me, because that's what a mom does. You know? They give of themselves so much that they have nothing left. And then they just destroy themselves. That's what she wants me to do. And isn't that what I want anyone to do? Isn't that what I was expecting my children to do for me? Because that's, once you have kids, that's your right. Your kids have to help take care of stuff. Finally, you have some help around here. I used to hear, no, I'm not your maid. No, I'm not your nigger. Yeah, I heard that all the time. What do I look like, your nigger? I'm not cleaning up after you. I'm not your slave. I used to witness her beating Risa. Smacking her. Calling her names. Making her cry. Because she couldn't get it through her thick skull that she had to keep her room clean. Or that she had to, wipe her ass because she had problems with wiping her ass. Or she had to, whatever annoyance mom had from Risa, she would take it out on her physically. And then she would act like, she was the best fucking mom. Her kids were so behaved. Oh, we used to get so many compliments when we would go out to eat. Your kids are just so nice and quiet. Well, I wonder why. When you're kind of scared of your mom, yeah, you're going to be fucking quiet. And they think this is what society needs. Society needs strict parents that'll beat their kids again. So they just stop acting out. That's not what society needs. And apparently it's not clear enough to them with people falling apart. And then those people that are falling apart, creating children. None of us should have had kids. None of us. And then we're pushing these kids to go out into the world and saying, here you go. Pick your job. Pick where you want to land. Because, it's just going to work out. It's just how it is. And we expect them to not go crazy. We expect them to fit into this mold of, you will do this and this and this, so that by this and this year, this is what your life's going to be. And there are no exceptions. And that starts in school. That starts in school. I guess it starts with your family too. I know we all take experiences from those around us, and that helps build our personality. But, when you're a small child, if you are hurt by an adult or another child, it will affect you. It will affect you forever, even if you don't remember it, or every single interaction you have that's negative is etched into your mind. So if you learn at a young age that girls do this and boys do this, okay, that's what girls do and boys do. And kids now are learning that, no, these birds are cool. The gender is different now, right? But you have more than half of the population saying, no, it's not. Like, these people are full of shit. So you're raising kids in this extremely divided climate, and you're trying to be accepting of them. You're trying to be accepting of what they've been through, why they might not want to be associated with their born sex. But then the other people in the world who have been completely controlled are just fighting against it. So it's not going to get better until you actually look at the reasons why anyone would say that they are, gender fluid or genderless or, male or female, trans, any of that. I guarantee there's always a mental traumatic experience attached to it. And you can try to prove me wrong. I would love to hear testimony from anyone saying that the reason that they're trans, or the reason that they identify as, anything else, has nothing to do with any kind of trauma, because they've never had trauma. So yes, comment below. I can say comment below. So this is a brand new channel for me. Well, this is an old channel that I'm making over. Excuse me. I only had 3 videos. And they were from our 21 Pilots concert we went to in 2019. Oh yeah, before COVID. I forgot I even had this channel. So I got banned from my other channel for a month. And maybe that's my sign from whatever, that I should just go on my trauma journey on YouTube instead of worrying about the politics and everything that I was. Because YouTube will always censor politics and COVID. It always will. It's not going to stop. So, yeah, I think I'm going to end this video. I need to go in and get some shit done. This is like 30 minutes. I think I'm going to post it, but I don't know. I don't know if I should review it. Whatever. I have no idea how I'm going to run this shit. So, okay, bye.